Welcome back, everyone. There's one more task to undertake in the Team Rocket hideout, and that is shutting down the generator that broadcasts their radio signal. Let's head on and open the door. Oh, hello, what's going on here? We have a couple of grunts to deal with. This is where you encounter Ariana for the first time in the remakes. It's kind of ironic that she keeps the same dialogue, even though double battles are a thing and you've participated in them. And Dragonite appears.
Hey, don't be so selfish. Spread the fun around.
Again, I'm not really doing female voices because, as I said, I either have ridiculous falsetto or Terry Jones in Monty Python. And we're fighting Arbok. Finally some decent Pokemon after all the grunts we battled. It'll do a bit of damage. It's a decent Pokemon, but it unfortunately doesn't stand out a lot, which is kind of sad. There we go, nice work, Ruby. I think she has Gloom next. Yep, so I'm going to switch to Sunny. This would be a slightly easier matchup from Generation 6 onwards because I wouldn't have to worry about powder-based moves then. Grass types became immune to things like Poison Powder, Stun Spore, and I think they were all... I think at an earlier point they became immune to Leech Seed. I'll have to check when that was, if it was earlier to Generation 6. But confusion takes care of it. And Murkrow. So, Murkrow is a Dark-type Pokemon we're not going to see for some time. It's fairly fast, but it's a little fragile. It would get a bit more prominence with its evolution in Generation 4, but it's still not fantastic, doesn't stand out, and is found late in the game. A bit sad. Murkrow is down, and Dash is so close to leveling up. It's kind of interesting. For some reason, the outfit just makes me think of Agatha's. Similar stance, but they're definitely not connected to Agatha. Anyway, we have beaten Team Rocket. And they skedaddle.
That did it. We defeated all the Rockets here. But I'm concerned about the young guy I battled in the process. Sorry, Wedge. I saw how well you were doing, so I just hung back. Now all there is left to do is to turn off that odd radio signal. It's this machine that's causing all the problems. I don't see a switch on it. We have no choice. We have to make all the electrode faint. That should stop this machine from transmitting that strange signal. It's no fault of the Pokemon, so it makes me feel guilty. Wedge, let's split the job.
Lance will take care of that side, we take care of this side. I will switch Dash to the front. To the best of my knowledge, they have a tendency to blow up, but I want to try and catch one. I can't catch Voltorb for some time, but if I can get Electrode, I'll be particularly happy. Alright, now don't blow up on me. Okay, you Screech, that's okay. If it blows up, things will go very, very wrong very, very quickly. That is a good shot. I've only really got one chance at this. And And we caught it! That is a relief. Electrode, the ball Pokemon. It is dangerous. If it has too much electricity and has nothing to do, it amuses itself by exploding. Presumably, explosion and self-destruct manifest as a massive burst of energy that just exhausts the Pokemon using it. So we'll take out this one, and then get rid of the next one. We're done. Can I knock this one out in one shot? I'm actually faster than it. There you go. It's a little surprising. Down in one with a critical hit. Nice work, Dash. Okay, since he's level 31, I will switch to Leon. Sunny probably wouldn't do very well against the Electrode. I mean, it'd blow up. It could probably blow up and she'd just get no experience, really. If I had Barrier, maybe. But I'm backing Leon. Oh no. Oh, it's used Screech. The reason I'm freaking out is because most of the time when I've done this, they just go with self-destruct. I've always tried to catch them here, and they've just blown up on me.
That odd signal has finally stopped. The lake should be back to normal. You're the hero. Let me thank you on behalf of all the Pokemon. Oh yes, you should take this. I found it here, but I don't have any need for it.
And we have the HM4 Whirlpool. We can now use a dishwasher.
That's Whirlpool. Teach it to a Pokemon to get across wild water. But keep this in mind. You can use that out of battle only with the badge from Mahogany Gym. Wedge. The journey to becoming the Pokemon Master is long and difficult. Knowing that, will you keep going?
Of course I will.
I see. No, you're right. If you would give up that easily, you would never have chased that dream in the first place. I look forward to seeing you again. I must go now, my planet needs me.
And that wraps it up for the Rocket Hideout. Exit the shop, and we will go and heal our team. And we've got a phone call from Bugcatcher Arnie. He wants a rematch. Well, I have a few options available to me. But I think I'm going to take on the gym first of all. Probably the most important aspect. It's why we're here. Sunny's not going to be much help because most of the Pokemon use ice moves. I will do some training. Of course, one of the problems is they're also water types, which makes it a little awkward for Torture. But we can go right ahead. I'll do what I can. You will notice that it's very different to the remakes. Good luck with that, 10% chance. Blizzard used to be 30% in the Japanese versions of Red and Blue, and it had 90 accuracy. Needless to say, it was changed. In Yellow version and the international releases, it was 10%, and then it dropped to 70 accuracy from Generation 2 onwards. It was one of the most powerful metagame moves around. Not that there was a huge metagame for the original titles, mainly because things were so unbalanced. And we're facing Dewgong, actually a good Pokemon. At least in terms of level anyway. Stats fairly well balanced, but not a lot stands out. I think Lapras probably has the edge on it. So, just this opponent to take out. As you will see, most of the Pokemon are water type or part water due to the fact many ice types are connected with the water type. Due to its defensive fragilities, most people will use ice type moves on a water type Pokemon so they don't have to worry about defense. Future Sight I'm not going to bother with at the moment. Might be useful for longer battles actually. I will change my mind. I'll eat my words and I'll finally get rid of Teleport because I can fly. So there we are. One opponent down. Let's switch to Torture and see what he can do. It's about time I showed off Flame Wheel. We've worked this hard to get it. So we are facing Dugong. Now I understand things worked pretty well in the anime. This is not the anime, but still, let's see what I can do. I'm gonna believe in Torture. He's struggled a lot, but I'm gonna believe in him. Alright, we got the burn. Already repaying that belief. I will just have to stick with Flame Wheel. Ah. Well, tell you what I'll do. I'll use this opportunity to lower its defense. I have a couple of turns to do that. Quick Attack won't do much under normal circumstances. So, one more use of Leer and away we go. How much is that going to do? Not very much. This is going to be a bit of a grind, unfortunately. Even that didn't do much. Wow. I know I got hit with Growl once, but... Alright, now we've got a chance. I'm really sorry about this taking so long. I'm gonna keep the faith, don't you worry about that. Doesn't appear to have any water moves though. Oh, nice. Very nice. There we go. This should do it. Faith repaid. Thanks, buddy. I'll have to get that rare candy out for him. Well, time to top up his health as well. Still have plenty of potions. I think after this, I'm going to make sure I evolve Leon and Ruby. So there is a specific way you have to go through this. And we have quite a few opponents. She has Jinx, which we can actually use fire attacks on, with greater effectiveness. Its special defense is okay, but it is somewhat fragile nonetheless. There we go! Repaying the faith. Repaying the faith. Nice work, Torture. It is your time to shine. Up here, and talk to this guy. Oh? What sort of secret does he have? Shelder. Might be able to get away with fire moves because we're hitting its weakest special defense. I don't expect this to do very much damage though. Still gonna charge ahead. That's decent. Supersonic. Switch out. Can't really risk Sunny, but again, let's have some faith. I've got to trust my team. Are we going to be faster than Shelder? Yes, we are. There we go, good teamwork. Cloister. Switch back to Torture. We can do normal damage to this, so things should fall into place. Probably won't take it down in one, but we'll do a fair bit of damage. Here's an interesting note. In Generation 1, fire didn't resist ice for some reason, which I think is sort of fair. Because, well, it would sort of turn into water unless it just sort of evaporated. But I suppose it has to melt first. And level 32. Keep on rolling, buddy. And another Shelder. I will just have Leon take care of this one to expedite the process. And bam! Easy takedown. One more opponent to go and then we can battle Pryce. So let's find out this secret. Sounds fair. Okay, so if I want to battle that guy, I think I have to go over here. I don't quite remember the path for getting through the gym, due to the fact it's been a fair while since I was here, in this version. It's changed drastically in the remakes, as has Pryce, but we'll get to that when we see him. We also have a new Ice-type Pokemon. This is the Ice Ground Swinub. And, no secret, its evolved form is going to be the Spotlight Pokemon. Down it goes. Flame Wheel is so much better. Same PP as Ember. It's just tearing things apart now. I probably should have done a little bit of training before I battled Jasmine and actually got Flame Wheel, because then I would have taken care of those Magnemites pretty easily. And probably taken care of Steelix, but I didn't back myself enough. Well, I see you're serious, but not quite strong enough. So... let's see. It has been a while. I think I need to... that one... yeah, I really blanked out on this one. That's got it. In real life, ice is nowhere near this slippery. So, that little bit of frustration over, let's go ahead and get our gym battle done.
Pokemon have many experiences in their lives, just like we do. I too have seen and suffered much in my life. Since I am your elder, let me show you what I mean. I have been with Pokemon since before you were born. I do not lose easily. I, Pryce, the Winter Trainer, shall demonstrate my power.
The reason I've put that voice on is because he is kind of a frail old man. Sort of hunched over, leaning on that cane. For some reason he's wearing shorts. He looks very much like a stereotypical old man. Much, much more awesome in the remakes, where he's actually standing up straight. He has that awesome coat and scarf, and he looks ready to go. Much better design. And on top of that, they actually reference his Japanese name. In Japan, he's known as Yanagi, which means willow. It's actually changed to his middle name in the international releases of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, where he speaks about how proud he is of it, because willow is a strong and flexible tree that does not break easily. Anyway, even with his speed lowered, Leon can smash through this. I thought that was down for sure. Honestly, I still have so much trouble tempting fate. Like, I just wasn't quite focused. I thought, oh, I've got this. And I'm like, wait, why is it still there? Okay, Dugong. This time, we'll have it. I am going to be prepared. It's a strong Pokemon, but we'll be able to take it out fairly easily. Will it use Icy Wind? Nope, Aurora Beam. Icy Wind can be pretty useful. And a definite takedown. Nearly getting myself into trouble with Hubris again. Alright, I'm sorry it's taken so long to get here, but we are ready for the Spotlight Pokemon of today. Torture is ready to rumble against Pryce's ace Pokemon, Piloswine. In Generation 2, Piloswine has a bit of a problem, namely that it can't really use Ice-type attacks particularly well. It takes until Generation 4 for it to wield those. On top of that, it can only access Ground-type moves via TM, which leaves it at a major disadvantage. This is particularly unfortunate because Ice-Ground is an incredible attacking type combination. It's very difficult to resist it, so if you do decide to use Piloswine, even though it can be a little fragile on the defences, it will be an offensive powerhouse with some high HP backing that up. Things get even better for it in Generation 4 when it can evolve into Mamoswine. As it stands in Generation 2, Piloswine unfortunately has a lot holding it back, but it decided to bide its time, and when the mechanics changed in Generation 4, it came back as a fairly impressive Pokemon. It has very clear-cut strengths and weaknesses, but it can be quite a dependable Pokemon which will hit with incredible force. It still doesn't have access to great physical ice moves, but it can access some via breeding in later generations. If you want a bit of extra offense on your team, the incredible versatility of Piloswine and later Mamoswine can be hard to go past when you realise just how effective it can be. Unfortunately, it does have some very common weaknesses, and is vulnerable to all three starters in this generation. So it's either a great weapon or an easy target. Let's take it down. A very strong offensive combo, not always great on the defense. Very, very poor move pool as well. It's a bit stuck for options. Okay, Hyper Potion. Still shouldn't be too much trouble. And right after I say that, it will probably try and break out Earthquake or something. But Torture is still faster, so no worries. Piloswine goes down. And there we go. That is the Mahogany Gym done, and a brilliant job by Torture.
Ah, I am impressed by your prowess. With your strong will, I know you will overcome all life's obstacles. You are worthy of this badge.
The Glacier Badge, our 7th badge. We've got a few in pretty quick succession.
That badge will raise the special stats of Pokemon. It also lets your Pokemon use Whirlpool to get across real whirlpools. And this is a gift from me.
It's a pretty good move. I do actually like Icy Wind.
That TM contains Icy Wind. It inflicts damage and lowers speed. It demonstrates the harshness of winter.
It's a pretty decent move. I do enjoy using it. I've put it on quite a few Pokemon in playthroughs of this game. And, oh hello, it's a phone call from Professor Elm. Wedge, how are things going? I called because something weird is happening with the radio broadcasts. They were talking about Team Rocket. Wedge, do you know anything about it? Hey, it's not my fault! Maybe Team Rocket has returned. No, that just can't be true. Sorry to bug you. Take care. And I couldn't remember the voice I did for Professor Elm, and I think his voice changed about 3 times in that. People are going to be wondering what on earth his accent is. So, let's heal our team. And let's get our poker gear out. Let's put the radio on. Well, hello, Professor Oak's finally gone nuts. Nope. He's right. Team Rocket is causing trouble. Looks like we have a bit more work to do, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next installment of our scenic tour through the Johto region, where we turn Crimebuster yet again.